What is up, you guys? Today we're gonna be talking about senior pranks and also like all the bad things that happened at my school. For my senior year, we didn't really do a prank. We did, but it didn't go through the principal, and if it doesn't go through the principal, we have a potential of getting in trouble. So I personally was not involved in any of the senior pranks, but other kids were, and this is just some of them, and then I'm also gonna give some of the pranks that happened throughout the 4 years. So let's go. For my senior year, we had, the ideas were to either swap schools, so senior class from this high school and senior class from this high school would just switch. That never ended up working out. We had an idea to have a party in the bathroom, but that never ended up working out either. We had, actually this did happen, but it wasn't like allowed, and that's why the cops got involved. Someone parked a rusty old truck right in front of the school and had spray painted on the side 2017. It was an old truck and it looked like it had been through some accidents. It was like a lot of dents and stuff. It wasn't like a working truck. It didn't look like it. Really old. Another thing that happened my senior year, oh my god, there's so many food fights. And they would always, like, we had the big cafeteria and then we had the small cafeteria. They would always start in the small cafeteria and then just spread out to the big cafeteria. And the food fights that we had were so bad. And if y'all don't have this restaurant, the restaurant's called Whataburger. And at Whataburger, their drinks are literally this big. And people were throwing those drinks. It was getting everywhere. I was covered in ketchup. And we were running down the hallways. And I'm talking about, it looked like a bunch of banshees, bro. We were going crazy. And nobody was able to stop us. And me and my friend, we were running, and all I see is just jug of chocolate milk flying over our heads, and we were running right into it, and I had to grab my friend and pull her back, and it landed right in front of her. I was like, "You're welcome, just saved your life." We ended up running inside of a classroom for like safety, and the principal came over the overhead. He's like, "I am so disappointed in the activities that we had upheld at lunch today, blah, 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 blah." It was really funny. We had a lot of food fights, but eventually it became a rule, like, if we catch you on camera starting the food fight, you're not going to graduate. So that eventually stopped the food fights, because everybody was like, I'm going to graduate, right? Or not graduate, but you won't be able to walk across the stage. And that was another one. So my sophomore year, I was in 5th period, which was my sign language class. I think it was 5th period. It was me and my friends, and we're sitting there doing our sign language, you know, A, B, C, right? And you just get this over smell of just horrid, and your eyes start to burn, and then we realize somebody sprayed mace, and we all started running out the classroom. It was so bad, the smell went out into the hallway. I don't know, to this day, I don't know who sprayed it. He never got in trouble, I don't think so, because the cameras are at school, they don't work. But, so that happened. Another thing that happened sophomore year is that junior year, people started to poop on the ground and just leave it there. And, people would actually squat down. I think it was mostly boys. Boys would just, like, pull down their pants and just start pooping in the hallways. And it was so disgusting. And it was really bad. Like, you just walk out of your class and there just be a poop on the ground, and nobody wants to clean that up. Like, you didn't make the janitor do that. Like, really? It was just sad. Once again, I don't think that person got caught because our cameras don't work. My freshman year, they had hundreds, thousands of forks shoved into the grass around our school. I'm talking, oh my god, I rolled up in my little whip, not the whip, the bus, and I was like, what the heck, dude? There were so many forks, and we have trees outside our high school, and there was toilet paper hanging down from them. People had chalk and like a spray paint or something, and they were spray painting on the buildings and on the floors. Like, they were drawing penises everywhere, and they blamed it on another high school, but it was obviously not the other high school. So they ended up getting in trouble with that senior class, and during advisory or homeroom, whatever y'all want to call it, all the seniors had to go out and just pick up and clean everything, and all the freshmen were just watching outside the window like, yep, you clean up your mess. It was so funny. Another thing that happened was, at my school we have a lot of country boys. So country boys like to shoot animals, and they thought it was funny if they killed a duck and put it out in the main hallway. They also killed like four squirrels, and they put them out in the parking lot. It was so sad. I don't like hunting. I like animals, dude. Another thing that happened is sophomore year, she's like one of the AP top dogs, like secretary and principal. She's like, you know, she hangs out with them. I don't know her name, but this happened sophomore year, and she got exposed for being in the music video for Tip Drill, and it's a really inappropriate music video where there's a lot of nudity, and she got in trouble for that. And one day she we were being really loud in the cafeteria, so she stood up on one of the tables and was like, quiet down. And I didn't see this happen. This is just what I heard happen. So yeah, she was standing on the table saying us to be quiet, and people just started throwing food and like money at her. And I don't know if that actually happened or if it did not. Like, these are just rumors that I heard about her. No, the Tip Drill thing, that was true. But her getting, like, food and money thrown at her, that's a rumor. I don't know if it's true or not. Junior year, I think it was junior year, the prank didn't fall through, and I'm so happy that it did not, because their idea was to dress up like people from The Purge, stand out in the hallway, and, you know, scare the poops out of other kids. And their idea was to have bleach on the stairs so then people would fall. People could die. Like, oh my god. Another idea was they had this huge bucket of water. We have 2 stories at our school, and there's like a rail, and you look down at the main hallway. And they had this big bucket of water, and their idea was to pour it onto the students, which I'm like, thank God it did not happen, because I would have not been happy if that would happen to me. So the principal, you know, found out about it, and he canceled it. He said basically, if anyone does this, you're not going to be able to walk for graduation. Another thing, hello person. Another thing that happened, this freshman year, they filled balloons with urine and bleach, water balloons. And once the bell rang for everyone to leave, last day of school, they were throwing them. And I rode the bus freshman year, so in order to get to the buses, you had to go through the cafeteria, which is where everybody was throwing the water balloons. And the teachers were putting these gates down, like security gates down, so people couldn't get out. And so everybody was getting like covered in urine and bleach. And the water balloon, one came right above my head, and it splashed right on the floor. And you know, when a water balloon, you know, it hits the flow, it like goes like that. It hit me. It touched me. And I nearly died. It was like war all over again. And I was gone. And I had to throw away my clothes because they were covered in bleach. So that was not very fun. I think that's everything that happened, to be honest. Yeah. Oh, I got one more. I was in art class, and all of a sudden you got this whole whiff of just like burnt fire, and we didn't know what it was. And in art class we have something called a heat gun. It's shaped like a blow dryer, but it's a heat gun, and it's like way hotter, and it could burn you and like start a fire. Tell me why this kid, there's nothing wrong with this kid. He's a great kid. He's smart. You would think he would know better. No. He was burning art supplies with the heat gun. He burned paper and started a fire in the trash can and was pouring water over the fire to stop it. We were like, what? And he burnt a tennis ball, like on one side of the tennis ball, and tried to hide it in the trash can like we weren't gonna find it. And my teacher, she was a new teacher. She didn't know what to do. I wouldn't even know what to do. But I told her to get the police, and she got the police, and they came and took him away. That's the end of the story. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe and comment down below. Goodbye.